Happy New Year's Eve, Ravens fans, and welcome into the show. So happy you guys are with us today. We got a good one coming up for you guys because we got some major breaking news on Lamar Jackson and his status for Sunday's game. I bet you'll be very, very excited about what we have to discuss. Another thing you should be excited about is that we were within striking distance of Steelers talk for our 2025 sub battle. Now, reminder, this sub battle ends tonight. For the entirety of the year, I need you guys to help me out. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, do that today. Help us make the comeback. That way we can start 2026 off on the right foot as, being better than the Pittsburgh Steelers. We got a loaded show for you today. Some huge Lamar Jackson news. Then we're going to talk about some AFC playoff scenarios. Mike Preston addresses the article he dropped last week. And we're actually going to round things out with some college football playoff bracket talk as the quarterfinals start tonight between Ohio State and Miami. But no more about that. Let's start with Lamar Jackson as Jeff Strayback broke the news. The news that we have all been waiting for, the news that we had all been anticipating. Lamar Jackson is back practicing for the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Ian Rappaport talked about this earlier today. I saw it all over my social media, but I wanted to wait to report on it and talk about it until it was official. And now that it is, look, this is absolutely massive, ladies and gentlemen. This is huge because, obviously, he gets the back injury. Sunday Night Football against the New England Patriots. You lose that football game. You felt like your season is over. Then you beat the Green Bay Packers without him. You still kind of feel like your season's over because Steelers have to play the Browns the next day. Then the Browns win, and you're like, oh, my gosh, you can still make the playoffs. And you're like, oh, my gosh, wait, we kind of got to worry about Lamar Jackson again. Then we got the report from Mike Florio on Sunday Night Football, which first off, absolutely screw Mike Florio because he ruined the beginning part of this week for me. When he said, I'm told, as of right now, it's a shade under 50-50 as to whether he'll be available for the showdown next weekend in Pittsburgh. He also said that TJ Watt most likely wasn't going to play, and then TJ Watt is at practice today for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Mike Florio does not know anything. Look, I love Tyler Huntley, okay? Loved what he was able to do for Baltimore on Saturday night against the Green Bay Packers. But he does not give the Baltimore Ravens the best chance to win. And I don't even think that needs to be debated. Has Lamar Jackson had the best season? No, not at all. Now, he hasn't been fully healthy since week 3. And he struggled with accuracy. He's turned the football over. He has not been near as mobile. Again, all of those, in my opinion, are due to the injuries that he's suffered. But he's Lamar freaking Jackson. He is this team. We can't just heap praise on him for the entirety of the 2024 season, say he deserves to win the MVP after 4,100 yards and 41 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, and then next year when he's just a little bit off, talk about starting Tyler Huntley over him. He's going to give you the best chance to win the football game on Sunday. That's why it's so great that he was practicing today. Now, regardless what his status is, regardless how healthy he feels, regardless if he plays or not, give Derrick Henry the ball 30 times. Okay? I do not care what version of Lamar you get. It should not affect Derrick Henry's status in this ball game because you just gave it to him 36 times. And he rushed for over 216 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Green Bay Packers. He's the only reason you're in this spot. You don't win that game Saturday. The Browns do what they did on Sunday does not matter. It doesn't matter. So give him the football. For the love of God, give him the football. Who do you think should start on Sunday? Lamar or Huntley? Let me know down below by giving me an LJ or a TH. I should see a lot of LJs. I hope to see a lot of LJs. When you look at the AFC playoff picture, you're not in the picture yet. You're still under the others, 8-8 Baltimore. You're the only team that's alive in the AFC that hasn't already, isn't shown up there on your screen right now. Because if you win the AFC North and beat the Steelers, you go to the number 4 seed. So, the 4 seed, when it comes to the NFL playoffs, they host a home game against the number 5 seed. Right now, Texans have the best chance to get it, 69%. Bills second best at 17%. Chargers, 9%. Jaguars, 6%. Here are who those teams play. The Texans play the Colts. Now, we did learn today that the Colts will not be playing the majority of their starters. Colts win that game, Texans win that game, and the Jaguars also beat the Titans, they lock down the 5 seed. Okay? Chargers play the Broncos. They're not going to be playing Justin Herbert. Bills are playing the Jets. They're probably going to win that game. Like, it feels right now because the Colts are going to rest their starters and Jaguars are playing really good football. They play Tennessee. The Texans is going to be the team that you face in the first round of the playoffs. If you get there, you got to get there first. You got to beat Pittsburgh. But if you do, I've got a good feeling it's going to be Houston that you see first. And I get it. Houston absolutely dominated you this year. I mean, they kicked your ass. It was no Cooper Rush, but still, they beat you worse than like any other team for the entirety of 2025. But I'm not necessarily scared of playing Houston. I'm scared of their defense, but like CJ Stroud in the cold weather at the quarterback spot, like that doesn't frighten me too much. I think you could beat CJ Stroud. He'd have to come to Baltimore. And he's done that already in his career, and he did not have that great of a game. He's played 2 cold weather playoff games, 175 yards, 0 touchdowns, 10 points scored. Against the Chiefs last season, 245 yards on the road in Arrowhead, 0 touchdowns, 14 points. He's averaging like 210 yards throwing the ball, 12 points, 0 touchdowns. You would be able to beat the Houston Texans, I believe. Because it could be a little bit of a revenge game. You'd won 2 straight. You'd be feeling good about yourself. And I just don't trust in CJ Stroud. Something I do trust in is our awesome friends over at PrizePicks. They are the sponsor of today's show. The reason you're watching today's program for 100% free. And whether you are starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on PrizePicks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every week and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops, and PrizePicks lets you take control. PrizePicks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. With a new social feeds feature, you can share PrizePicks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups you like or use them as inspiration for your own picks. You can even follow PrizePicks partners like us and tail or fade our picks with just one click. Here's my PrizePicks lineup for Sunday's game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Still not going to throw Lamar Jackson in there just yet because I like these ones. I like them more on Derrick Henry rush yards. I like them more, unfortunately, on Aaron Rodgers passing yards. And I like them more on Zay Flowers for half a receiving or rushing touchdown. I feel like it's going to be a big game for number 4. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Let's talk about Mike Preston. Okay, if you don't know who Mike Preston is, he has covered the Baltimore Ravens for a very, very long time. He put out an article last week. It was Christmas Eve. I just woken up from a nap when I saw it, and he talked about, apparently, he believes the Ravens should trade Lamar Jackson and draft a quarterback in this round. He believes that Lamar Jackson's getting preferential treatment, star treatment. He's the reason the Ravens' season is going as poorly as it is. Felt like a little bit of a hit piece. Well, it made waves. Because he said stuff like, Lamar doesn't need to be up late at night playing video games. There are team rules and there are Jackson rules. John Harbaugh has become tired of Lamar Jackson. The Ravens should look at possible trades. Jackson would love to play in Miami or possibly Las Vegas. And he actually responded to that today. He said, look, my job is to be analytical and to provide commentary. I agree with some of that. It's part of his job. But I think the majority of his job is to report facts, to be accurate over analytical. That's his job. To provide accuracy to the reports he's putting out there. And while some of those things may have been true, a lot of them, in my opinion, seemed embellished. And when I hear a lot of other people talk about it on social media, I think they share that exact same sentiment. So yeah, it's great he addressed it. Frankly, I don't really care. Frankly, I think it's ridiculous to think about trading Lamar Jackson. And I still don't think it's going to happen. I'd be shocked if it does. Will Lamar Jackson be a Raven in 2026? You let me know. Give me a yes or no in the comments section down below. And I'm not talking about in 2026 as in tomorrow. I mean the 2026 season. Weigh in with your answer. We're going to round out today's show in a very, very fun way. If you guys don't know much about me, I'm a massive college football fan. I assume you know that with me, covering the Baltimore Ravens for over a year at this point, almost a full year and a half. But I went to Tennessee. I run our Tennessee Volunteers Chat Sports channel, and college football is and was my first love. So we're going to round out the rest of today's show talking about the college football playoffs. Kicking off tonight, quarterfinals, Ohio State, Miami. And then tomorrow morning early, you got Texas Tech, Oregon, Rose Bowl to Indiana and Alabama, and the Sugar Bowl at night on New Year's Day against Georgia and Ole Miss. Here are my winners. I think Ohio State takes down Miami. I think they win that game probably by 2 scores. I think Oregon beats Texas Tech, but it's close. Really excited about that ball game. I think Georgia beats Ole Miss by 2 scores. I think Alabama takes down Indiana in dramatic and surprising fashion. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys want to hang out with us, Gage and I will be live on our Chat Sports main channel for the Cotton Bowl tonight, so hope to see you there. And if you are here from the Ravens Rundown, let me know. That's going to do it. Social media, you know what to do. Hit me up, follow me there, subscribe to the channel. Do all of those things. We appreciate you. Have an awesome New Year's Eve. Be safe. Make smart choices. Got to drink a lot of alcohol. Don't drive, but have fun, and we'll see you in 2026.